Hey Robert, this is Joe. Hey man, so VIP buyers, Nate was listening to me, so he just went and popped it in there for you. See that? That's all we're asking, bro. Just like that. I want him to submit a link over to whatever drive they have, so that Micah can pull them up one at a time. He's going to go through them. He's gonna check the entity LLC, right? He's gonna check that link and go look at the funds or look at his email, right, to see if he can find the match. And then they're gonna call and do an interview because here's what's gonna happen: if he gets 5 a week, he might prove one or two, and Tang and Eric might know the guy and go, he's a rat, so we're not gonna prove him for VIP, right? So that's all that is, man. This is just a static form with this, even with a link, right? It's just a static form. I'm not asking to upload, store, anything. I want him to go to his Podio, find these fields, and either click that link from there or copy and paste it to his URL, right? Bar, or go look in his email to see if these guys sent it to him, right? Because some of them may not know how to do that. Here it could be first and last in the shadow like this. Email, phone number, and then entity name in the shadow. It ought to say LLC, comma IE LLC, comma LLP, comma S corp, right? So they would understand what you're asking in those, and they need to be predictive. This needs to be hot for me down here. I always make this hot. I want people to be able to get to our site, right? And then it looks like it's predictive on desktop, but it's not on mobile because I've tried earlier. And then the only other thing that's kind of an issue, I hope this form is correct, right, from the old one. Looks like you made it newer looking, which is great. But anytime I go to properties, it lands on the sold properties. I don't get that. It should open up with sold. And then on mobile, the first one you're hovering over, or the first one in the block rank, is already got the view button. So let's say I'm looking at 10155 Eastwood. I don't know this property, but I hear these cats are badass and they got properties that I might want to jump on. So maybe this is my strategy. I buy from wholesalers like these cats. Hey, I like this house. I think I want to make an offer on it. 10155 Eastwood. So I fill out this form and I get down here and I got to do property. If I'm on mobile, I can't really go back and see that without dropping this form. Uh, that's going to cause people to be a little pissy. I just click this property and that address is not here. So I don't know. Maybe you made this generic, separate from this. That's cool. Um, Man, I'm glad I saw that before someone's complaint comes into them going, this fucking website's too hard to work, right? Because they're going to say that shit. And then I sent you a Maps JavaScript API from Google Console, created it, enabled it, issued it for Equity Strike on its own project. Okay, I typically do separate ones for everybody. Sold can't come up first, man. It's got to be what's available. All right. So remember, JV deals, I have a deal working right now and I need help getting it done. So that's why this is like it is. So right up here where it says, please upload pictures, photos, blah, blah, blah. Well, you might need to change that and say, please see property, submit a property, right? Please click submit a property. And that could go there. But the JV deal is a separate deal. So, you got all this stuff in here. Instead of sign up now, you know, might be something we could do, switch it to where it's just a submit property button, right? It goes to the same place. That might not be a bad idea. It answers that, but it doesn't really come in as a JV deal. So people can submit a property, right, for review. They can submit a JV deal. I've got a contract on the deal and I need somebody's help to help make it close. Or I want to be on your list for preferred properties. Okay. So there is sensibility to all of the pieces. I do like that you did the submit, but the submit kind of properties is on its own. But they love it because it gives them all the pieces that they need. It really gives them what they need for JV. So maybe a disclosure for JV, and the JV really just becomes a submit property one. We need to talk about that with them because I think that would streamline better now that I'm looking at it. Anyway, take a look at that form on VIP buyers that Nate threw in there for you, because this was all I was asking. I don't want to store and save every single one of their proof of funds because they're not going to approve every cat. They get a bunch of people that want to be on VIP, but there's some people they're not going to touch on VIP. Does that make sense? Okay, thanks, man. And by the way, this one should have already been done, bro. We've got a loaded week. Means, revenue, income for everybody. We got a loaded week coming up, so everybody's finally getting out of the holidays. But I have a massively loaded week this week, so we're gonna have to shit and get. You want to get paid, I can get you paid, but this should already be behind us. Thanks.